Hello guys and welcome to another video. So today we are looking at Magnus Chase and the Gods of Asgard reviews, but not just any old review. We are looking at the 1-star ones and focusing, of course, on the homophobic and other kinds of obic reviews out there because there are many. If you thought that people were mad because Nico was made gay during the Heroes of Olympus, then you have no idea the shitstorm that went down when Rick started publishing Magnus Chase, specifically with the second book. In the first one, people were mad because of Samira, but in the second one, people were just like, they'd had it up to here. And today, it's a chance to see those people's points of views. Whether we agree or disagree, everyone has the right to their own opinion, of course, especially when it's about a book. When it's about, like basic human rights, it's a different matter. But anyway, let's just get into the video because I'm so excited to have my blood boil. So, first of all, we have here our Amazon 1-star reviews because we know that angry parents post more on Amazon reviews than on Goodreads. And it's always so funny to me that this is always parents. I haven't seen a single middle schooler, the intended audience of the book, reviewing this. So let's go. Okay, this one, I love it when they have such witty and fun titles. Was expecting a Norse mythology story. Ended up reading leftist propaganda. Hands down, one of the worst books I have ever read. Having read Percy Jackson in Heroes of Olympus, I was a huge fan of Rick Riordan, but not anymore. You can't read more than 2 pages of the book without being virtue signaled about gays, transgenders, and a particular religion. How the heck is an Abrahamic faith related to Norse mythology? Made the huge mistake of purchasing the trilogy. And one person found this review useful. I believe that most of the people doing these reviews talking about Islam and all that are Christians? Do they rather have atheist, which is basically every other character, because no one is said to believe in any other kind of god, but like the Greek and the Romans and the Egyptians and all that, do they rather people be atheist than Islamic? And the virtual signaled about the gays, the is just incredible. And transgender, I gotta give a point there for not saying transvestite or something else. Oh, also there aren't any transgender characters in the book. Have you read it? Because Alex Fierro clearly states that she is gender fluid and she goes by she most of the time, but sometimes he as well. So did you even read the book correctly is what I'm asking. Next up we have simply a big disappointment, which is, telling for this review because I'm sure it's going to be in and of itself a big disappointment. I wanted to like this book. I've always loved Norse mythology. I hope the second book would have been an improvement on the last one. Instead, it was much worse because there were LGBTQ characters. Magnus Chase is an unlikable character. This is an attack to my person because I've always said I've related to him the most. And the gods are portrayed in a lazy fashion. That kind of review, I will take it, It's your opinion, it's how you perceive the book, and it's completely fair. But then it goes off the rails, of course. Then there is the author's world-breaking far-left ideology. Because, having real-life people that aren't only like white, cis, hetero characters, also atheist, I guess. It's pushing the gay and far-left agenda. So, if you aren't white, cis, hetero / atheist, what are you doing in my book? Like, how'd you get in there? Like, get out. Go push someone else's agenda, but not for me. First, there is a gender fluid character, points to them, because they got it right, who has no personality other than being gender fluid. Of course, I'm pretty sure that Alex does not go around saying that she is gender fluid all the time. Like, I'm pretty sure he only mentions it like once. So, is that true? Is her whole personality being gender fluid? And what does that mean? How is your whole personality being gender fluid? Lastly, we have the issue of an arranged marriage of a teenage girl, which is apparently okay now according to Mr. Riordan. So they don't force her to marry while she's underage. They just have it's arranged for later, and they are both shown to be happy because they want to date. Next up, no more Riordan for me. Okay, what do you have? Disappointed, of course. It's always disappointed. Definite agenda and right of noticed obvious digs at my personal religious beliefs. You do know all of his series are about pagan gods. Like, we had the Greek gods, we had the Roman gods, the Egyptian gods, and the Norse gods. Shouldn't they all be attacking your personal religious beliefs? Besides, no, never mind. Rick Riordan even states in one book that Thor was playing tennis with Jesus Christ. So, in his books, it clearly states that there are bigger gods that we don't see. Like, I'm pretty sure in the first book, in the first Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief book, Chiron is like, yes, we don't speak about God with a capital J because that's even too big for us. Like, we can't even mention that. So how is this attacking your personal beliefs? I'm a fan of mythology and enjoyed these books until the author decided to make them his soapbox. My beliefs are attacked on a daily basis now. I'm sure not going to pay for it. Is your beliefs that LGBTQ characters or people shouldn't exist? Because if so, I'm okay with you being attacked. Then we have, this series was nothing like the Greek, Roman, or Egyptian ones. It was gay, and now it's bad. I found the first book's introduction of a Muslim Valkyrie unbelievable, but it was something you could ignore. After reading the second book, I've decided that the Norse series is not appropriate for kids. The addition of a gender-fluid character and doubling down on the Islam is more powerful than Norse gods made the second book feel like an attempt to be politically correct by Mr. Riordan. I wouldn't recommend it for children, or if you just want a fun read, it's not the series for you, though I recommend the Percy Jackson series and the books with the canes. If you want to be beaten with politically correct concepts, then it's a book for you. Is that how I should start, when I recommend books that have LGBTQ plus characters, a racially diverse cast? Should I start being well, if you want to be beaten with PC concepts, then this is a book for you? I think I'm gonna start promoting books like that. I swear reading these comments is going to make me reread the whole trilogy just out of spite, first of all, and in order to verify this, because, and I quote, virtue signaling overload. Instead, this seemed solely to be virtue signaling, work where more emphasis was placed on sexual orientation. Literally the only thing that happens regarding Magnus's sexual orientation is one sentence in the third book when he is kissing Alex and he's like, oh, I'm kissing a boy, but it's Alex and I like it. And that's it. That is all that is mentioned about sexual orientation and political correctness of the characters than in the development of the story. I regret the drudgery of reading through these 3 books with the hope that they would get better. I regret that you had to read them as well, and that you had the need to leave this review, and that 2 people found it useful. Then one person just says, waste of money, liberal junk. And 9 people found this useful. This one I like. It's called Missed the Mark. Love Rick Riordan books. I've read them all. This was the first one that I couldn't get through. I think the mark was missed and the characters introduced in this book didn't live up to previous characters. Sorry, Rick, but this wasn't your best work. Keep at it, though. That is a review I can really respect. This person said, it's not for me. I've read all the other work. I know what you can do, and I'm looking forward to seeing you get up back to that standard in the future. Not mentioning anything in particular, so they might have just not liked the plot, or the writing felt like it was lacking some of the pizzazz that it had before instead of the wittiness and the action. And I completely get that, and I really respect this, because just because you did not enjoy something, you don't have to tear it down for other people who enjoy it. That is why I don't usually enjoy giving negative reviews to books or talking about media that I have not enjoyed, because I know that it might be someone else's favorite, and who am I to shit on something that makes someone else happy? This hurts no one, and thank you, Pat, for this review. This is more of a comment on Amazon. I'm reading these reviews, and oh my god, these books are missing like 20 pages. Amazon, get on that. Okay, so we're up to the last ones because I could stay here ranting forever, you guys know. But then we have good job becoming a champion of social justice and ruining ... Is there more to it? No, it's just ... Okay. If I could give a 0, I would. That's like, if I could give you a 0, I would, but I can't. So I give you a 1. That's what this person is saying, literally. Good job becoming a champion of social justice and ruining what could have been a decent series. You know, you just had to add the diversity. Inappropriate for children. Terrible book. I am very disappointed in Rick Riordan for writing this. I thought his books were child-friendly. Now they're gonna make them gay. They are not. Looks like I will have to screen them first. This books has an... Wait, I'm trying to wrap my mind around this sentence. This books has an gender fluid character in it. Maybe like double check your writing before you criticize someone else who has over 30 published books. Maybe, just look into it. Unless you want to discuss LGBT issues with your young children, I would avoid it. Then pick it up. Is that a bad thing? Why is talking to your children about something important a bad thing? Like, they're gonna find out eventually. Perfect. Ruined by author's political views. Unlike the first book, which was great, this one was filled at least until the 3rd or 4th chapter. These people, they need to check their writing before they criticize someone else's with political views. Had the author kept his personal political views out of this book, I'm sure it would have been great, just as the first one. I've looked at this series and find that it is politically correct. Sorry, but the multicultural themes are insulting and annoying. Crap. I did not care for the direction the author was taking this to get an audience. Sad, but the Norse had very little to do with Muslim religions. And you know, at the same time, Americans, you know, all the way over here in the US, have about 0% to do with Greek culture, Roman culture, even Egyptian culture, like most of all. And yet, they're all at the center of these stories, centered around these ancient mythologies. But no, when it's a religion that currently still exists and that a lot of people prescribe to it in the US, it's like, no, now it's pushing a political agenda. I've kept reading these and they generally make me so sad. Imagine being a child, you've read over 15 books written by Rick Riordan, you love his world, you love his storytelling, his characters, and you pick up the first Magnus Chase book, but then your parents pick up the second one and they're like, you're not reading these anymore because we don't want you to. And it's a book that has been published, it has been reviewed, and it is specifically advertised towards middle graders. So people who review books and who know about books know it's okay for middle graders. But parents are like, nope, too PC, pushes an agenda, not for you, you're never picking these up again. I'm sorry, let me leave an angry review on Amazon. And that makes me super sad. And since it makes me sad, let us share the sadness of this one person who titled their review 1 star. I am so sad. I like it and I want to read it, but pages are missing. I feel you, and I'm sorry that Amazon absolutely sucks. And that's pretty much all of those horrible comments that I can tolerate for today. Please leave a like if you like this video, comment down below if you've had any experiences with your parents or someone else's parents not letting their kids or you read a book because it was too PC. It was pushing that PC gay agenda on you. And yeah, I'm sorry that that happens to people. I know a lot of middle schoolers follow me on this channel, and if that's happened to you, I'm sorry. At least you can discuss Percy Jackson and your love for Rick Riordan books on this channel. If you don't feel safe or comfortable sharing your thoughts somewhere else, don't worry, my comment section is safe and you can share all of your thoughts down there. Please subscribe if you haven't already and click that bell button to get notifications every time I post a new video. I post videos every single Monday on this channel, and I guess I'll see you guys next time. Bye!